Welcome to this video in which I'm going to build a model railroad from start to finish, all in one sitting, all with the camera rolling, hopefully, unless I knock myself down or something along the way. Actually, as you can see, there's one thing I've done prior, and that is painting the baseboard, because you don't want to watch paint drying. This build is part of the budget model railroad micro layout challenge, and the rule there is that the baseboard can only be 60 times 23.5 centimeters or smaller, but I used the largest possible variation, and I've just used 3mm foam board for this. It doesn't get much more budget than so. I'm going to start assembling the track, and for this build, like for all builds I do, I'm using Tomix track, which is a Japanese brand, the most popular track brand in Japan. So might be the most used track in the world, actually, I suppose, since Japan is the biggest model railroading country. The budget model railway challenge, it's supposed to be layout with at least 1 point, and as you can already see, I'm using more than 1 point. I'm going to use 5 points to make a little shunting layout, and it's a Japanese layout, contemporary Japan, and obviously they don't shunt there in real life, so it's going to be a bit of a fantasy setting, but the scenery should look real enough, I hope. I don't know how long this video will be. Maybe I'm finished in 20 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever. It's probably the detailing that will take the most time. It always is. And obviously I have been planning a bit before about what the track plan is going to look like, because I needed that when I painted the baseboard. I just need to remember, and this is going to be a bit longer, and people familiar with Tomix track will notice that I have painted it, and maybe you noticed anyway. It comes with the gray ballast originally, and I'm going to make a loop, and for the back side of the loop will be electrically isolated from the rest, so I will be able to park trains there and use it as a kind of shadow station or field yard or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so there we got the track in place, as you can see. And to power this, I'm using standard Tomix stuff, like things you get in a beginner set. And I have an extra control box to control the power to the track in the back. And I poked a little hole in the board, and this is because I need to power this siding over here. So I'm going to push down a power cord here. Like that. And then we need some power into the main line loop, and one in the back. For the shadow station. Okay, so that should be all when it comes to track and electricity. The track at the back, the loop is going to be camouflaged, and for that I'm going to use buildings and some greenery. And the spirit of the budget model railway challenge is to use second-hand material, and as I just moved and had to disassemble my large layout, I've got tons and tons of stuff. So here are some buildings that are getting a second life. Something like that. And a bit of green stuff, which is actually made for wargaming. Hedgerow. Now things are falling off. Something like that. And I was supposed to have a building over here somewhere. Yep. And at least somewhat industrial or commercial looking buildings, and more residential houses over at the end here. Yes. And some more green stuff. This one is going here, I think. There's a little bit of room. Yes. No, maybe not. Maybe I will have to check the track clearance there later. The track in the right place. Some of this stuff is things I've used for temporary setups, and some come from my main layout. So let me put this tree over there, maybe. There's some room here. Yes. And at this point, maybe some people will put up a back scene, but I don't have a back scene. I'm going to use, instead of a 2D back scene, I will use a 3D back scene. Using some stuff I have left over. So I'm just going to put some green stuff back here, and you can pretend it's a printed back scene if you want. Maybe. How does it look? So let's reorder. What's that? Right, that can be seen. All right. Something like that. And we need a station platform, of course, and for that I'm using Tomix narrow station platform, and I'm just going to use the ends of it. A very small part of the narrow station kit. So like that. And this is definitely starting to look like a layout. We need some road vehicles. I think that's a parking place of some kind. And this classic Japanese warehouse needs a K-track, I think. Yeah. And I got a forklift here too. It looks good there. I think we will park a car over here. And over at this building, which is a bit off camera, but I can show you more of it later. Maybe over there too. Yeah, I think that's the road vehicles. And Japan always has a lot of utility poles for electrical cables, so I have to get those in place too. And for a lot of this detailing, positioning, attaching it, I'm using blue tack. I have just painted the blue tack a bit with acrylic paint to make it grey. We put that one over there. And one here. This might be falling over later on in the videos. We'll have to look out for that. And one over here at the end. Over at the end. And we need some signals. We got some. This is from a Green Max kit that I painted and assembled. And I think we're going to, and this overgrown one, I think we're going to put it over here. And this is slightly fiddly when leaning over the camera being my rigged mobile phone. Okay. We got the signal. It's a bit hidden behind the tree. And we're on here. There's a good room. And I want to have one over here at the end. And that one might need more blue tack. Now it's stood up. And I got a big pile of stuff over here, and I think we're going to put a street lamp there. They don't have that many street lamps in Japan. I mean, buildings and stuff usually light up somehow, and they seem to be satisfied with that. A bit of green stuff over here maybe. And I see the signal has already fallen over. more blue tack for that one. Okay. Can hardly be seen anyway. Yes. Of course. General stuff is always good to have on a model railroad. Detail things just laying around. And it won't be Japan unless there is drink dispenser machines. So we need one of those, obviously. Or maybe there's other stuff for sale in it, who knows. They are famous for selling everything in those things in Japan. Some kind of electrical box, substation, whatever you call it in English. Maybe a smaller one next to the signal. I should probably switch to tweezers. on over somewhere. I'm just going to put one down. I think there got one over here. I don't know whether I want to camouflage that thing maybe a bit. So let's get some green stuff. Maybe not too much, just there's a switch controller. And once I've found the green stuff, I might just as well blend in a few things. And I'm aware that some of these things are very barely viewable on the video, or not at all, but I will take some pictures later on and show a bit more. All right. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, oh dear. Oops. That's why I'm not supposed to move that thing around. The deer is in place now. Like that, yes. Okay. Maybe the bench here, I can sit and watch the trains. And people, of course. We need people. People. I'm going to start with some high school girls here in front of the youth stand. This is where they go hang out and await being older when they can buy something stronger and use. Maybe a delivery guy on a bike. And bicyclists down on the road here. I can make him stand. Yes. Obviously we need some passengers here waiting for the train. Someone has already started working here. He is on his laptop. Yeah. And more seated people here. With blue tack on their butts. That, and maybe a couple of elementary schoolers on their way home from school. Yeah, that looks good. And some more people walking over. Why are the elementary schools walking on the left side? They are supposed to walk on the right side. I have to take care of that. You should be a bit more on the left side, like that. Okay. And some more people. Always nice. A lot of people on your layout, I think. Oops. And some of the stuff I'm doing you won't see, but you'll see the end results. Guy with camera. I put guy with camera. Probably taking pictures of trains somewhere. Maybe up here. Waiting for some people to shunt stuff using antiquated equipment. And someone standing on the platform, I think we're going to have. Yes. And over at that K-track at the warehouse, I think we need some working people. Someone carrying stuff. Maybe a second person. Yeah, that looks about right. What else have I got? Bicycle. I don't know. Someone came there with a bicycle to work this morning. These buildings are mostly Tomix, easy to assemble stuff that you just spend a couple of minutes putting together and then cut out some stickers for and attach. This one is a Green Max kit, so that took a lot longer to build. Well, not that long, but you have to actually paint it and stuff. Over here is also a little Green Max building. Yeah, the rest is from Tomix. Tomix, which is part of the same company as Tomix. Yeah, I think we are actually starting to look a bit finished with this build, which is kind of a temporary build. But I think we are going to be able to have quite a bit of fun with it, and I like how it looks. Yeah, maybe a bit of flowers. Some wildflowers over here. Oh, I got some potted plants I made. These are tiny. Very tiny. Yep, that's Yes, those are potted plants. So where will they go? Maybe over here. Outside this building. Potted plants outside buildings are very popular in Japan because there are so very few people in cities that have gardens, almost no one. But you can usually put some potted plants outside of your house. Yeah. I think that's it. I'm going to stop the video, check that the clearances are enough for trains to run around here, see whether anything other needs some small fixing, and after that I will come back and drive some trains on this layout. 3 of them, I think, at the same time. Thank you for watching. Bye.